Hello everyone, I'm Navando from JCI Miri, and I'm here with one of the first ordinary guests. And this guest, he is a CrossFit coach from Elevate Fitness in Miri. He is actually from KK Sabah, and he has been here for 4 years. So Kevin, right, before we get into this podcast,
Yep.
why don't you tell me more about yourself, man?
Like you said, I've been in Miri for almost 4 years already.
Oh, okay, nice.
And I've worked in 2 gyms. Okay,
Two?
so yeah.
What's the first one?
Elevate would be the second one.
Okay.
The first gym that I work in is the one gym.
Oh,
in,
okay.
Yeah. So, I've been doing CrossFit for 9 years now.
9 years.
Total of 9 years. So yeah, I've been around. I've actually been working in different states also in Malaysia. So I'm been away from home for quite a while already lah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
So is there a reason why you decide to leave home to pursue a career in CrossFit?
For CrossFit, I think because I studied sports science.
Oh, okay.
In college, so that was definitely something that I wanted to go into the fitness line because I told myself I'm not gonna work a corporate job. I'm not gonna sit behind a desk 8 hours a day. No offense to all of you who do that. And then also coming to Miri was just convenient because my sister was living here with her family. So when I was kind of finding for a new place to check out, whether it's suitable for work and for living, I just came to stay at her place, and then I actually fell in love with Miri quite fast. Because it's very chill here, very slow pace, orang kampung kan, so I like the pace here. So and then I saw potential here as well. Yeah, because Miri people very fit, they love working out and all that.
Exhibit number 1.
Number 2. Okay.
So then, right, is there any differences that you notice straight away, like from Miri, than any other state that you have been to?
Yeah, definitely Miri is, like I said, very, very slow pace.
Okay.
You don't need to drive fast. Food is cheap. Everything's just very relaxed here, Coming from KK now is also getting a bit...
Getting hectic, isn't it?
Very hectic already. Very congested. And then the other state that I was in Penang.
Oh, okay.
That's where I worked last before Miri.
Quite similar with KK, isn't it, Penang?
No.
Coastside and all.
I would say Penang is better than KK.
Food?
Yes, food. And
Nice.
also I think cost of living is still cheaper than...
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Going out, makan, transport, everything.
Quite surprising, isn't it?
And driving in Penang is very close. Yeah, KK is damn far. Yeah, and then of course I stayed in KL for 4 years to study.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
which uni did you go to?
I went to TAR College.
TAR
Time was TAR College lah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
So since you've been around like everywhere in Malaysia, right? So what was the first few challenge that you faced, like when in terms to like coming into like a new environment and the settings?
I think Miri, one thing with the slow pace also, it made me a bit slow lah. So kind of getting used to going to work and then having to kind of tone down.
Oh, okay.
In my work wise lah, kind of having to tone down. People here not so used to
go
kind of thing.
True.
So having to learn to slow down on that part and getting used to how things here are. And then I think work wise, something interesting about I think Sarawak as a whole. I may be wrong here, but in Miri, the market value for coaches is very low compared to what I've done before. So getting used to that also, because like for example, as a personal trainer, I would be charging 100 ringgit an hour outside. But if you charge something like that here, it won't work. Because the general rate here is very low. So
the market is not as big, right?
So having to change kind of the strategies of how to sell myself as a trainer and then also to work around that was an interesting transition.
So anything that you faced that was more towards in terms of like your emotional and mental when you first go into like this?
I think that wasn't really an issue because I had my family around.
I
had my family around.
That's
and
nice.
Work-wise, it was still a familiar territory.
Okay.
I'm still working as a trainer. I have already know what to do and all that. Yeah, but then again, just having to learn to always be emotionally stable in that sense because of the slower pace.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's good.
So that is basically the way like you cope with everything then.
Yeah.
So do you ever feel homesick? Like,
Actually, not really. I'm not really a person who's homesick.
Really? Because,
except last Christmas lah.
is it?
Yeah, because I was already planning with the family, since August, September, kind of praying also that hopefully, boleh balik lah for Christmas. And then COVID happened and kept happening and happened. And then, just sad lah, kind of, because seeing all the videos, photos, video call them also is not really the same thing. Yeah, so I think that's probably the first time that I really felt homesick. Yeah.
I think I guess that's how you start to get like feeling all this kind of emotion getting in. Because for me was when I was in the UK for my first year, right? That was my first year away from home.
Right.
And I already had plans to go back in Christmas. But then when I land, right, I was like, gosh, this is weird, man. You know, I wake up, there's no one around me. It's like, gosh. But then, you have to do what you got to do, man, right? So yeah, festive season is always like, those time where, the feeling get kicks in.
And then Chinese New Year is coming again.
Yeah, right. So, how do you feel about that then? Like Chinese New Year coming soon.
I mean, like you say, we gotta do what we gotta do. We just have to adjust and then, just still keep in touch with my family at home. Okay. But then also spend time with my family here.
Okay, so are they still like here in Miri?
No. Okay, so what I mean by family here is I don't have any blood family here in Miri right now. But I do have my family in church, I have my family in the gym.
Nice. All right, good. That's some good stuff, bro. So does that also mean that being in a community, it does help lessen the sense of loneliness?
Oh yes, it definitely does.
Depression and what kind of whatever that you feel. So does it actually help?
Yeah, it definitely helps because you working in a gym context, especially something like CrossFit, something like functional training. Community is a big part. I would even say it's one of the marketing tools that is part of the gym. It's that sense of community, it's that sense that you practically see half the members every day of your week.
Yeah,
so true. And it's already like family,
Yeah, true.
And then in the gym, people come and lepa. We have members that come and hang out the whole day, in the gyms, especially like students, now study online, and then those people that work from home. They will come to the gym and hang out. Then there's only so much you can talk about the gym.
True.
Then you start getting into people's. We start sharing our personal stories. We share, especially there are a few of our members also who are stuck here.
Exactly.
Can't go back. So there is that bond. There is that mutual connection. Like having to share these kind of struggles and all that. It does help. To cope with that depression part.
Does it take time for you to open up to certain people, especially when you say community, right? Because when you first meet them, they are strangers to you.
Correct.
So does it take time for you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because some people is just poke socially, click and then pam.
Correct.
You get what I mean, right?
Yeah, of course, you don't want to straight away, hey, depression are you?
Yeah. Right.
You want to kind of spend time with them first. Of course, the job comes first.
Yeah.
So in actually training them, getting them to get comfortable with the gym environment and all that. Yeah. And then when it comes lah.
Good stuff, bro. So and then, since we are also in the topic of not being able to go back or whatever, what was the biggest disappointment for you? Not being able to go back during the festive season?
I think biggest disappointment would have to be that you just can't plan anything now.
Is it?
Yeah, I can plan to go back for Chinese New Year. I can buy my air ticket.
Yeah.
It's that thing where whatever the government says, then we follow.
True.
Yeah, so any plans that we had for the next few months, or anything that we probably planned to do today, a few months ago, probably has changed,
gone,
cancelled or whatever.
Bye.
Yeah. So that's it lah. Just learning to live day by day lah.
So what if, right? What if just a hypothetical kind of scenario? no MCO, no nothing, but you cannot go back, what will the first thing that you'll be like, I wish I could have gone back. I wish I could have done that.
I actually cannot think of anything worse now, but no, I think I was just adapt, like stay close to the people that I have here. And
quite a big community also, right?
Yes.
Like the church and then the gym and all.
Yep.
Yeah. But for me, right, when I couldn't come back, it was definitely the food. Food, man.
Yep.
Like Malaysian food, English food, Malaysian food is like, seriously, do you really want to compare?
That's the only thing.
For me, it's just food and company.
Right.
It's not that we don't have company wherever we are, but then we do have it. It's just that the kind of bond that you have before you leave, right? So it has a bigger impact in our life and who we are as a person as well. So, yeah, man. So do you have any advice for any of the listeners who are also like in your shoes? If they were to be in your place?
I think like to any of you that's listening to this and you're far away from home. I think one lesson that I've learned through this past year is just the importance of being connected. Have a if your brother, have a band of brothers, your sister, I don't know what you call a band of sisters, to have that support emotionally and mentally as well. And then also, you gotta find a group of friends that, especially for us guys, this is a guy thing, it's a bit touchy-feely to share your feelings, but it's the 20th century, 21st century, so not 20th, 21st century, okay? It helps. It helps to be vulnerable, to share your struggles with others, because I believe everyone goes through struggles,
True.
And only when you open in that way, to have that sort of emotional support,
I think like as I grew older, I also realized that in a sense that men, it's not that they don't feel that they need to talk to people. It's just that they feel that they will lose that macho card, that aspect, right? Making them a man. Being in a community may make them like less than a person.
Correct.
And then I guess that what you said was really true, especially when it comes to like communication and being, have a sense of belonging in a community wherever you are. So that's really great. So I think we are almost done, aren't we?
So I think on another note also, sorry, I just thought of something.
Yeah, no worries,
I just thought of something.
Just go ahead.
If you have a faith that you hold on to, okay, for me, I'm a Christian.
Yes.
We actually go to the same church.
Yeah, we go to the same church.
Hold on to that faith,
Definitely.
Practice what your pastor tells you, you're not a Christian, what your mom tells you and all that. All right, because there is power in God. God really, really covers us. He will give us the love that no other person can give. So really, really hold on to that, especially, and then also the people that are in that church or that temple or whatever, these are the people that really care about you.
Definitely.
As imperfect as they are, they do really care about you, and they can cover you in prayer as well, all those things. So, shout out.
Yes.
Okay.
Shout out.
So as you mentioned, I'm the coach at Elevate Fitness.
Elevate.
So we recently moved from Marina to Riam.
By Champion, right?
Yes, by Champion's Badminton Court. It's just along Jalan Riam. So do check us out on elevatefitness.miri, Instagram and Facebook. Okay, we run CrossFit height classes. Okay, don't search for CrossFit. Licensing issues. And so we run classes 6 days a week, and all the classes are completely monitored by coaches. So if you guys want to drop by, check out our social media, or if there are contact details put on, you can contact me through there. If not, just contact us on our social media.
Just say that we send you there. We send you there. No, I'm kidding. Okay, guys. So that's the end of our podcast. I would like to wish everyone a happy Chinese New Year, since this video is going to be uploaded during that time anyways. So, and just to wrap up on what Kevin said, He is an ordinary person doing extraordinary things. He's pursuing his passion, he's pursuing his dream. But his main point was that to make sure that you guys look for community. Anyone who is depressed that you know, please make sure you give them a call. They might be away from home, they might be stranded somewhere in Malaysia, somewhere else in the world. Just give them a call, video call them, go through Zoom or whatever. Just, drop them a text and ask them how they are, since this is the festive season as well. And make sure you guys do check us out, and this podcast will be on our social media. And do check out Elevate. And that is all from us today. Thank you, and see you guys again.